It had finally come to this. The mystic forces had an argument. There was no right, there was no wrong. It looked as if lightning experienced vertigo. It looked like Neil Bohr's extremely weird atomic model. It looked like people's minds in 2020. As I stepped in closer to capture this astronomical phenomenon, I broke my phone. Yes, that's an actual picture taken on my old phone. I had posted this photo on my Instagram with the caption, "Mystic Forces had an argument." A lot of people had asked me how I took that photo, and I thought, why not make a video? If you look at the image, it's so hard to make a straight sense out of it. It's just so random and still has some kind of patterns. It looks all mystical and powerful. And look at this other one. It looks like it has all the 11 dimensions of string theory. I mean, I have many more pictures that I have captured in this insane way, and since the first picture I've been trying this out on different places, and every time the result is something new and something, it just never fills your curiosity. Whenever you go to a new place and you just want to, I call this the reverse light painting technique, or the insane way of light painting. So what is light painting anyways? Some of you guys who are photographers or who are into DSLR photography, you might know what light painting is, but I'll just quickly summarize what light painting is for the people who don't know what it is. This is how it's done by most people. You take a camera like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera and you put it on a tripod. And then you set it to a long exposure, meaning set the shutter speed to between 5 or 30 seconds, something which can capture an action for a longer time. This means that the camera captures the image for about 5 to 30 seconds. So whatever you do in this 5 to 30 seconds is captured in one single image. So if you take any light source and then move it around in the frame, that gets captured in one frame. That movement of the light, the path of the light is traced as a trail in your photo. So that's how you do light painting. Usually people take different kinds of colors, multiple lights, and then move it around with a wand and create all these beautiful patterns and create these amazing pictures. So basically, in a normal light painting scenario, you have the camera on a tripod and light sources which are moving around, and you move it around in the frame and the path is captured as the image. But what if you reverse the roles? What if you have the camera moving and have the lights stationary? Yes, and what if you don't move the camera and you throw the camera in the air? Like, camera will spin around and capture all those lights, making patterns while spinning around. Yes, that's exactly how I captured those images. I threw my camera in the air and then it spun around and captured these amazing unpredictable patterns. But no, I didn't throw my DSLR. That would be insane. Like that would be insane squared. As much as I would want to throw my DSLR in the air, there is a high risk that I'll just break my camera in the first or second try of taking a picture. So what I actually used was a phone. So modern phones come with a manual mode in their camera app nowadays. So you get to set the shutter speed, you get to set the ISO, you get to set the focus distance and all those things. So what that allows you is to select a higher shutter speed, like 4 seconds or 5 seconds. I was at a random resto bar with my friends. I was getting a little bored and I thought, why not toss the phone in the air and see what comes up? And I did that, and lo and behold, I got that first image I showed you in the intro. I realized that a dimly lit, a blingy place where there are random assortment of light sources like a TV, some phones, the light reflecting off of glasses, and that kind of random light sourcey place, which is relatively big, not as small as this studio, would be a perfect fit for such photos. I wanted to recreate these photos, or at least try recreating these photos so that I can show you guys the actual technique. So I tried programming my lights in my studio to different patterns and colors, and tried taking a few pictures. You can choose the shutter speed between 1 and 4 seconds based on how high you are comfortable throwing your phone in the air. As you can see, we did get some interesting photos, interesting patterns, but some of them are just plain dumb or boring. Yeah, that's the thing. The amazing part is that you will almost never be able to recreate the same photo twice. Every time you throw your phone up in the air, you're gonna see something different depending on what shutter speed you have, what ISO you have, and how you throw it, how the phone is spinning, in which direction you throw the phone, and it's quite amazing. The unpredictability is just quite baffling. So this unpredictability kind of kept up my curiosity, and I throw my phone almost in every new place where I think it has potential, and at the risk of breaking my phone. Yeah. Speaking of breaking your phone, here's a disclaimer. Do it at your own risk, and don't forget to catch your phone if you throw it out in the air. Yeah. Or you can choose not to. I've always loved long exposures. It lets you capture a long moment, like a 5-second moment, the action in 5 seconds into a single frame. A single frame will tell you the story of what happened over a long period, and it's always intriguing how things will end up looking on a long exposure or a 5 to 10 second exposure photos. Yes, that brings us to the end of the video. If you have made it so far, here's a virtual cupcake for you. And yes, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.